Every once in a while, you run by what can only be described as pure, uncut Colombian cringe. And even though this cringe isn't from Colombia, in fact, it's from your president, the president of the United States, if you live here anyway, put out what can only be described as the most heinous video I've ever seen. The White House hired a dance troupe to do some sort of Christmas dance at the White House. Turns out the group they hired, in fact, thanks to the reporting of Sarah Fields, they're called Dorrance Dance. It's a New York City-based tap dancing company that performed an atrocious version of the Nutcracker Suite at the White House. Well, turns out they have an entire page on their website, a full page on their website, dedicated to teaching white people to, quote, check their privilege. They also state to be, quote, mindful of who/what is financially supporting the candidates you vote for, while linking a site visitors to BLM and SURJ. I'm not familiar with the second one. Oh, SURJ is an organization dedicated to, quote, organizing white people for racial justice. Man, you know what white people's responsibility is? Just don't be racist. And you know what black people's responsibility is? The same. And take that noise out of here that black people can't be racist. You don't think Chinese people can be racist because it's a system of a blah, 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 blah. Yeah, see how Chinese people treat black folks in restaurants, in Chinese restaurants. See how they treat them? That's in America, by the way. Okay, I'm not talking about in China where it's more obvious racism. Okay, everybody can be racist. There's racism amongst blacks in between tribal communities. Okay, the sooner people stop pretending that it's an exclusively white person thing, the more quickly we can actually say, like, yo, just don't be racist. It's pretty simple. Okay. The Biden administration is intent on driving a wedge between the American people. It is quite literally all they think about. Perhaps if these topics were not the number one priority of distraction for this dance company, their performance would have been a little less embarrassing. And I'm not going to show the whole thing, but I'm going to show you the aftermath. So Jill Biden, I don't have anything personally against Jill Biden. I strongly dislike her husband, the president of the United States. But, she probably doesn't need, any heat. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. I assume she's his handler anyway. I mean, Dr. Jill Biden, as people say. But she shares this video and probably thought it was going to go pretty well, although it got ruthlessly ratioed. A bit of magic, wonder, and joy brought to you by the talented tappers of Dorrance Dance performing their playful interpretation of the Nutcracker Suite. Now, I'm not going to play any of the music, but if you see, obviously, basically everybody in this dance troupe is either, I assume the few white people that are in this troupe are probably gay. That one has a flower on their head. This one is a woman in a suit. I don't, this is what they did to the White House. Look at this person's face. Whoa. Well, that's a weird cut. You can't even get a good smooth transition there. And what in the heck? They cut to this where this person, I can literally see their tonsils into another room with another gay, probably guy with a flower on his head and a bunch of brown people tap dancing. Look, it's the arts. You're going to have a higher percentage of pronounced people in that community. What is this exactly? I mean, there's this guy again with the flowers. Well, there's a kind of normal looking person. And it is, I mean, everybody. And it's just bad. Bad. Here's some of the replies. It was a mentally ill Christmas at the Biden White House. This is Dom hits it hits a nail on the head. This should have come with a sensitivity label. This is horrendous. This is dystopian. Most of these people getting more likes than the actual post. delete this. This is horrible from Savannah Hernandez. The secondhand embarrassment is off the charts. I mean, I see that your son isn't the only one doing coke in the White House. My eyes. I mean, this is awful. Make it stop. Where's everybody saying it's cool? WTF, did I just watch the woke White House holiday extravaganza? Right to jail right away. I don't even understand. I mean, not a single person. Like, not a single person. Why are they all gay or black? Well, you don't really know if they're gay just by looking at them. I think it's a fair assumption. But I didn't see any Asian people either. Children should not be watching this. Can I get an explicit content warning on this video? This is grotesque. I mean, that's just in the replies. And then obviously the articles are hilarious too. Secondhand embarrassment off the charts. Jill Biden's White House Christmas video is slammed as bizarre, freaky, and absolute garbage. First Lady Jill Biden's effort at spreading Christmas joy has been met with derision and astonishment from many who have labeled her celebratory video bizarre, freaky, and absolute garbage. The video posted by Dr. Biden on Wednesday shows members of the New York-based dance troupe Durant's Dancers tap dancing a playful interpretation of the Nutcracker Suite through the halls of the White House. The group are all in candy-themed hall leading into the main Christmas tree in the Blue Room. Yeah, no. Everything about it is horrendous and an abomination. These all might be fine people. You know, throughout the video, the dancers smile in bright costumes, tap dancing away, but many on social media question exactly what the clip has to do with Christmas. I mean, didn't you see there were Christmas trees in the background? That's all the Christmas you get. Others posted photos and videos fondly remember former First Lady Melania Trump's Christmas celebrations, despite Melania famously saying, "Who gives an F about the Christmas stuff and decorations?" Melania later walked back her comments in an official statement. The comments under Dr. Biden's official X account were not kind. They should have come, is mentally ill Christmas. Conservative activist Bridget Gabriel says children should not be watching this. Desperately pandering, so much cringe. I mean, by the way, where was Dylan Mulvaney in all of this? And people posting that, never forget what they took from you. There were some crumbs of comfort in the comments for the First Lady. That's incredible. The post brought a smile to my face. Hands off to Durant's dance and their hard work. No. I mean, this is just another perfect example of, just how out of touch our leadership is, the people at the White House. I mean, it is insane to me that they thought that this was a good idea or that anyone would like this garbage. It's hilarious. It's unfunny. It's sad. It's pathetic. It's America. I mean, it's the perfect encapsulation of this year's administration. Jill Biden has never been known for her taste in husbands, words, aesthetics, clothing, you name it. She's undoubtedly the dumbest First Lady we've ever had. I can't stand her. I don't like going after the First Lady. These, they're just the wives of these presidents or whatever. It's similar, like if I think that, some leftoid on YouTube is an idiot, I don't really think going after their girlfriend, wife, or boyfriend is like really above board. But what's interesting to me is, it has this weird Hunger Games aesthetic. It is bad. And that's not even the quote tweets. Most of the quote tweets are just even more brutal, saying things like, this is what it's like when the void stares back at you. I mean, just most of these people absolutely obliterating. I miss Melania's red trees from Megyn Kelly. What fresh hell is this? This is so embarrassing. The point of this is division. It's mid-level provocation. Its intended purpose is to separate people largely on political lines into liked it versus hated it. I mean, it has nothing to do with Christmas. It's just weirdos. Jesse Kelly, with people dogging on this video, but always keep in mind, they're not talking to you. They're not even trying to talk to you. Every single part of the Democrat messaging is aimed at the beating heart of the Democratic Party, mentally ill women on anxiety meds. I mean, like, Matt Walsh, thanks. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. Here, Al Gorbachev put this up. You know, shout out Al, my editor. Like, what? Cringe doesn't even describe it. Shapiro, this performance is being touted by the White House as precisely the same reason Claudine Gay is still president of Harvard. DEI makes everything crappier. Couldn't agree more. Merry Christmas, everybody.